Welcome back to Dungeon Master 2. We have just walked all the way back to the Thorn Demon area and now are going to kill some for fun and profit. There's a flask that I left here before when my pack was full. We've got one alone. He's probably going to be the best chance to show you how to kill these guys without really getting hurt. And that is max level fireballs. My wizard level is high enough to do that. You can sit there and slash them, but as you can tell they can also do some pretty decent damage, especially if we were trying to do this when I first started out and saw these guys. He dropped 2 different steaks. Best food in the game. Obviously I'm going to harvest some of those. Get you there. Get rid of these potions that are in the way. And looks like I need to kill at least one more, as I do want to have this bag full of steak. Because let's face it, we can always use more steak in our life. Prepare another fireball. And you guys apparently all ran away. Alright, here we go. Quit hitting me. You definitely don't want to get stuck in a pincer attack with these guys. Especially if you were a low level. Get out. And I left that bag in my pack by accident, but there we go, he dropped another 2 different steaks. And we've taken a pretty decent beating from him. He's already knocked off over 100 hit points, which is about all we had when we first started, so again, that's why I decided to leave these guys alone when I first came here. But now we got plenty of steak, so we're going to be well prepared for the actual keep, so we don't have to worry about running out of food while we're in there. And we're going to take one more quick detour to our main base. This is the intro village, going through the long way, and we're going to go ahead and teleport out of here. And we'll always teleport you back to the place you were last, and the last time I used it was by the Axeman village, so this is where we are. And I'm going to go ahead and head back to the shops. Out of the way. As there are a couple things I still need in the weapon shop before we head on out of here. Weapon shop, here we go. Alright, the first things first, I could buy another axe to sell back in the other village for a profit, but I've got all the money I need, so screw that. I'm going to buy a vacuum fuse. It's going to cost me somewhere probably a little over a red and a green. This is mainly to save us some time later, as getting one from a specific enemy in the keep is just going to be a pain in the ass with one person. And this is a lot faster, and I don't really need the money, so screw it. Okay, got the vacuum fuse. Only need one of those. The other thing we're here for is the Vorax. It's going to cost us 2 reds and 2 greens. This is the most powerful melee weapon in the game, as it does the most damage overall. I'm not going to use it as often as you might think because I still need the mana from my Skymer, but the overall damage this thing does is huge, so we're going to keep that for reserve for times when we are out of mana but still need to fight, or for a couple of other different battle scenarios, but we're not going to get to those anytime soon. Let's go ahead and put some of this stuff away. That's the food bag. I need the bag of crap. I'm going to stick the X, doesn't fit in there. We can stick the fuse in there, and that in there, and this potion in there. So we're all good with that. And we still have some inventory spots open, so it's not the end of the world. Let's go ahead and make some healing potions before I head out. Let's do that. It is always a good idea to have some of these handy, just in case of emergency. And you can tell my mana capacity is going way up. And let's try a max level. We can do a max level one too, at least once. So that's pretty awesome. Alright, moving on. We are done shopping for the entire game. We are never going to go into another shop again. And when it's time to rock, get out of my way. Suck on that. You didn't like that, did you? Oh, there he goes, he died. And we're just going to leave his axe there, as we do not need anymore. There's quite a few axemen floating around now, so if I really needed some money I could kill quite a few of them. But I don't, so I won't. Let's heal up. Teleport out of here. Alright. We are done. We have completed all of the outdoor areas in the game and are now going to head into the castle itself and say goodbye to sunlight, as we will never see it again, basically. I will hardly ever leave the castle to go back to town ever again, because there's not a real need to. Stepping through the golden dragon door, you can see there's a gold key slot, a closed eyeball machine, and a skeleton, which is there to tell you, hey, something bad happens when you push this little switch. So let's push the switch, go back, and we'll avoid that fireball that just got chucked at us. So, now we have a door puzzle. There are 3 different switches to open these 3 different doors, and you have to push them in the right order in order to have the doors open properly. So what we do is we're going to cast out the max level accelerate spell. We're going to go right, left, and I wasn't fast enough. And this is a bad thing about the trackball mouse. It's hard to do. Right, left, center. Come on, Sean. Right, left, center. Okay, we're through. And we've made it through. Okay, all the doors are open now that I've stepped on the switch. And finally, we don't have to worry about that stupid puzzle anymore. Alright, we're going to take the minion map, which is the second map in the game that actually has some use. I'll hold on to that. And then the gold key, which, as you might be able to guess, fits in the gold keyhole and allows us to open the door again, this time not having to worry about those stupid door switches anymore. Okay, I will show you how the minion map works here in a little bit. I don't need it right away. Put that back in there. And let's put our knife back in there. First up, we have a secret wall. It looks just like a wall. It's got a crystal shield. Again, I don't need to use a shield. I've got my sword and knife, and I don't need the money, so I'm not going to even bother picking it up. The same is true of the Tempest. This is one of the more powerful swords in the game. Again, if you use it, it drains its magical power and loses its value. And we're going to stick with the Excimer for the bonus to mana. So, we don't need either one of those, just showing you where they are. And let's head on up this doorway. This is going to be the second and last area of the game that I'm actually going to stop and grind for upgraded abilities. This time my priest ability to cast the guard minion spell. You saw me buy some out of the magical shop earlier, but I'm not powerful enough to cast the higher level guard minions yet. And I wasn't even casting the right spell because I was sitting here talking. This is the guard minion. It is similar to the attack minions that you saw me fight earlier, the green flying guys. These guys will stand in place and will shoot anybody that gets within 3 squares of them. They are one of the most important spells in the game, that and Fireball. And I need to be able to cast more of them just by having more mana from increasing my priest abilities. as well as I need to be able to cast the fourth one, the fourth ranked one, very shortly when I go through this doorway. So I'm going to stop the video here and basically cast a minion, sit here and attack it with my dagger and sword, like so, and get some fighter and ninja experience. You see I just gained a ninja level. And stop and then cast another minion, sit here and kill it. It's going to take me about 10-15 minutes tops to get to where I can cast it effectively and to bump up my abilities and hit points. I will see you guys next time and show you my progress. See you then.